they scared of that. Floor and ceiling. What?
Yeah, bless it. And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome to Kahok Stadium. I am Todd Duke, and I'm trying to get myself all squared away here after figuring out that the huddle camera wasn't going to work once again, so bear with me as I get things going on here. We can tell you that we are here because it is time for some Kahok soccer as your Collinsville Kahawks get ready to take on the Edwardsville Tigers. And we welcome you into the pregame show brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville, or give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Kahawks come into this contest with a record of 8-1-1. They are undefeated in Southwestern Conference play at 5-0. Under their sixth-year head coach Rob Luggie, who comes in with a record overall of 93-32-4. Edwardsville, they are 9-3-1 on the year. They are 3-2 in Southwestern Conference play, and their head coach is Mark Heiderscheid in his 23rd year, and he has 353 wins to go along with 102 losses and 52 ties. I'm not going to waste any more of your time because that kind of cut us short, that and the fact that only 15 minutes in between the JV game and this game for warm-ups due to the heat. They've kind of pared everything back. The JV game had 25-minute halves instead of 35, and they chopped 5 minutes off of the warm-up time as well. So we're a little bit pressed for time, and as such, we take a break and come back and give you the interview with Mr. Rob Luggie next on the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the soft wave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it, and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahawk alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pit master. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces that support our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop by and see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time World Championship Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com. Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers, in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahok Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks!
The OrthoGold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue, new injuries per se. Also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahawk Sports Network, as we are at Kahawk Stadium on a steamy Tuesday night as your Collinsville Kahawks get ready to take on the Edwardsville Tigers, a little Southwestern Conference matchup. Joining us now is Rob Lugie, your head coach of your Collinsville Kahawk boys soccer program. Winners of 2 in a row over a Southwestern Conference team. So how did the loss to CBC and the tie with Webster Groves help get this team ready in the long run?
Those games, it allowed us to play some people in different positions, and we saw some success at people moving around, which allowed us to play a different formation, and playing it, what day was that, Thursday night. We were successful in it for, let's say, 60 minutes of the game, and so we're going to kind of run with it and see how it goes.
Feeling like the team's finding that gel point about this time of year?
I was hoping to be further along. With injuries and everything, it's kind of, in my estimation, put us a little behind. But you saw the other night against Belleville East how good we really could be when we settle down, move the ball, and just play as simple as possible.
Of course, came back after out for a couple of injuries in that Belleville East game. Dane Compton didn't start that game, but you brought him in a little bit later, and he seemed to fare okay.
Dane did well. We're asking him to do a couple things that are new to him, and he bought into that, and he's doing really well at it right now.
All right, the game versus Belleville East last week. 11 shots on goal by your guys on offense. I think that's the most in a game this year. Most of those came early.
Yeah, it would have been nice to score some of those opportunities. Then we could have, been able to move the ball, had a little bit less stress towards the later end of the game. But that's some things we talk about is, scoring our opportunities early. And that's just something we're going to have to continue to work on. We watched film together yesterday, and, while you can joke around about it now, there was a lot of missed easy opportunities whenever, in the first, 20 minutes of that game.
And then you had a 2-0 lead. Defensively, you held up. But, man, tell me a little bit about that breakdown at the end that allowed that goal for Belleville East.
That was, that took a really, positive good night and put a little bit of shade on it. We just stopped thinking for about 30 seconds. It was a poor clear defensively, which led to a throw-in. And at that point, our boys just kind of put their heads down and were dropping into the box. East played it fast and short, and we weren't prepared for it. So, we always talk about playing a complete game and always being prepared. For about 30 seconds, we kind of shut off, which is, again, things that we talk about that hopefully doesn't happen again.
You only allowed them 4 shots on goal by any stretch of the imagination. That's pretty good. Do you guys have a certain amount of shots on goal allowed that you're like wanting to cap out at per game for your opponent?
No, we don't even think about it. The goal 0 would be great. That's always the goal. But with our back line really kind of coming together and it coming back, we're going to hope to limit just all shots or as many shots as we can. I think our success last year with the new goalie with Jackson was our ability to not allow teams to shoot. So that's kind of the hope that we can get to this year.
All right, rematch with Edwardsville. What takeaways from the first meeting at Edwardsville can you use to your advantage in this game?
So again, we watched about half of that game yesterday, and while I was telling the boys I was super excited. We won that game 2-0 when I went home, and then I watched the game and I'm like, oh, we didn't play that well. So can we move the ball, put it on the ground, move the ball, attack spaces, and just combo a little bit more instead of just I'm a big fan of playing fast, and I think the boys sometimes they get confused with kicking it forward, and that's not what we want to do. We want to maintain possession moving forward at a quick pace. And now I think that it's kind of clicking with them, so that's kind of the hope.
These guys are coming out here hungry, right? Edwardsville wants to return the favor.
Yes, for sure. This is the biggest rival we have, so it's always gonna be a good game, and everybody's gonna be prepared. It's can we come out and can we compete for 80 minutes? And if we can do that, I feel like we have a chance to win every game.
How concerned are you about this heat?
I'm definitely not a fan of it. I thought it was done. But, pushing it back, hopefully the sun goes down soon. The boys, they have water bottles they've been drinking nonstop all day. Amanda's done a great job with getting everything set up for them to keep them as cool as possible and help us be successful.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Rob Lugie, your Collinsville Kahok soccer head coach. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll pass along the starting lineups for both of these teams and get you ready for this game between Collinsville and Edwardsville. We'll do that here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224. Are you looking to update the appeal of your home's interior? Look no further than Hayden Interiors, LLC. Hayden Interiors, LLC is owned and operated by former Kahok graduate Nick Hayden. Hayden Interiors, LLC will help you get that new look that you want for your home. Flooring, baseboards, doorways, as well as interior renovations or interior additions. Kitchen, living room, bedroom, hallways, basements, stairways. Let Hayden Interior LLC help you find the look that you want. Call Nick Hayden today at Hayden Interiors LLC, 618-772-6790 for your free estimate. Hayden Interiors LLC, on budget, on time, every time. That's Hayden Interiors LLC. Call Nick at 618-772-6790. Calling all sports fans. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Caseyville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahok sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs that you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers, sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest brew in town. And don't forget to try your luck at the Lucky Fox Gaming Room. Dine in and catch a game, or order carryout with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-855-9500. First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville or Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes that bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at And once again, we welcome you back to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. Todd Duke is my name. Brett Borm on the other microphone, and Kevin Van Devere is going to be operating the camera for us tonight because the huddle camera just doesn't want to work anymore. It's going on strike. So very good evening to you there, Mr. Borm. How are you?
I'm doing good, Todd. How are you?
Fantastic. So you got to listen to the coaches' interviews. Your thoughts?
You know what? He spent a great deal of time in that interview talking about formation changes. And if you recall, back at that Belleville East game, Collinsville came out with a new formation about 10 minutes into the match, moving Dane Compton from his traditional center back role to a left back role. And what that allows him to do is get up the line, similar fashion of a Trey Peterson on the right side. Now we're going to a 4-back system versus 3. Let's see how that works against Edwardsville.
All right. Yeah, lights, camera, action. It's a hot one, man. It is a hot one.
Sure is.
All right, so all my note-taking that I do throughout the day, and I can't even read most of it now because I didn't have enough time after having to make the switch over. But at any rate, Collinsville comes in averaging 2.4 goals a game, while Edwardsville comes in averaging 1.8, so advantage Collinsville. On the defensive side of things, the Kahawks come in averaging giving up about 1.1 goal per game, while Edwardsville is a little bit more than half at 0.06 or 0.6. So this is a tale of the tape here, and you can't really take anything out of the last game because by now both teams are different a little bit as far as their play is concerned. And I don't know about Edwardsville, but Collinsville is just coming back from some injuries, so
Right. Yep.
that ought to help us out a little bit, don't you think?
Yes, I think we're hoping to see some fresh legs. I know Coach Lukey gave them Saturday and Sunday off, which is a rarity, but hopefully we'll see some fresh legs. Boys have some energy today.
Zach Chitwood is in goal for Edwardsville, and in front of him you will find Abe Gianaris, Tyler Dacus, Owen Mailer, Adam Axton, Jonas Mailer, Ben Liardi, Owen Logan, Evan Moore, and Sam Reeder. For Collinsville in goal is Nick Horace. In front of Nick, you'll find the usual cast of characters. Bryson Bodie, Braden Borm, Gavin Chrisman, Chris Munoz, Sam Garofalo, Jimmy Crowder, Landon Mahat, Adam Reiniger, Trey Peterson, and Dane Compton. I asked him about Dane Compton on the pregame interview because he brought him in a little late in that Belleville East game as he was coming back from injury, but he played most of that rest of that game, and he looked pretty good out there.
He did. He came back. He looked fresh. Again, he referred to some guys moving around, and he was referring to Dane and then Sam Garofalo now stepping into a center back position. So let's just hope, that it pays dividends tonight. It worked against Belleville East. Let's hope it works again tonight.
There's a ball that goes all the way out of bounds in the far side corner. There will be a goal kick restart coming up here for Nick Horace. Everything started a little late. Normally JV games start at 5. They pushed it back to 6 due to the heat, and they cut the halves down from 35 minutes to 25 minutes, and then they chopped 5 minutes off of the warm-up time in between games. So kind of a little hurry-up thing going on here tonight as we try to get this action in a decent hour with all the heat. And they will give some water breaks later, so we will have timeouts in each half for water breaks as well, even though the sun has gone down. It is very sultry out here.
Absolutely, yeah. And I would look for cramping.
I would too, yeah.
In this heat, this is where we typically see kids going down with cramps. Let's hope they hydrated appropriately.
Yeah, because, your bodies we weren't used to this. It was kind of cooling off, and the humidity level was going down, and all of a sudden everything just ramped up. JV game, by the way, ended in a 1-1 tie. Both goals came in the first half. Edwardsville got their goal early in the first half. Collinsville got their goal late in the first half, and it ended up staying that way in a 1-1 tie. So now JV is 4-4-2 on the year.
Another questionable call by Joe Hayden to start the match already. We had one in the offensive end. Now we have one in the defensive end. I'm not sure either one of them were fouls.
Free kick coming up here about 25 yards out by Tyler Dacus. And there's the whistle to get him going. He pops one. It's bending, and Horace comes out and plays it well off of that far side post. No problems there. Take a look at some numbers we have here for you. And the goalkeeper, Zach Chitwood, 200 minutes so far on the year. He is 3-0, and he's got a couple of shutouts, one shared with Zeke Manning, who we saw in Edwardsville the first time these two teams met, and then one by himself. He's only allowed one goal, and he has allowed that goal on just 7 shots, so he hasn't seen as many minutes as his partner Zeke Manning has. And in the other goal, of course, is Nick Horace. 652 minutes under his belt so far this year. He is 7-1, 2 shutouts, 10 goals against for a goals against average of 1.23, and he's made 26 saves. His save percentage is right around 72. I'm sure we'd all like to see that go up. Collinsville trying to figure out an attack mode here as Reiniger sends one in the middle. He was trying to feed Jimmy Crowder there coming up the middle. Couldn't do it. Then a little, now we're going to have a free kick coming up here for Collinsville inside of about 25 yards as well.
I think the referee was going to let play on. I think he thought we had advantage, and then at the last minute he decided to blow the whistle.
Just underway here in the first 5 minutes. They did not take any time off the clock here for the varsity matchup, so still 40 minutes. Oh, that was good. There you go. Adam Reiniger. That's Mahat, excuse me.
Mahat.
That is Mahat who scores that one from about 25 yards out, and Collinsville jumps out front quickly, 1-0.
Landon Mahat's first goal of the year. It's taken him several games to get on the board, but he's finally on. Let's hope that fires him up.
So Mahat, as my esteemed colleague mentioned, picks up his first goal. He only had 1 assist coming into this contest, so that was good for 1 point. Now he has 3.
That's a player we need to get going. I had my head down, and I did not get a chance to see exactly how that went in.
Yeah, I was looking down myself, so now we have a player down for Collinsville. And that is Bryson Bodie. So we hope that he's okay, and he appears to be.
He's one tough kid. We talk about him every match, Todd.
I know. We talked about him at the Italian Fest.
Yeah, we did. Here's where we're struggling. We got to have man to the ball.
All right, trying to reset my clock here because, of course, I forgot to stop it because I was of the mindset that I was going to come in and the huddle camera was going to be doing all my work for me. So much for that idea. Here is Reiniger. Reiniger back to Mahat. Mahat scored that goal just about 4.5 minutes in. So Collinsville with a quick 1-0 lead, which we like to see, as they try to take both of these games from Edwardsville since they went to this meeting each conference team twice in 1 year. Between these two schools, neither team has swept the home and away. It's always been one or the other, and Collinsville is trying to win both matchups for the first time since that rule started taking effect in the 2019 season.
Yeah, that would be huge. I think, we split the last 2 years, is that right?
Yeah. Even in the COVID-shortened spring season, we split.
Right.
So Collinsville trying to accomplish the first sweep since we went to the 2 versus 2 format in the Southwestern Conference, and Collinsville is off to the right start. As we are about 6 minutes in now, and Collinsville has a 1-0 lead. Leader, by the way, as you probably already know, is Adam Reiniger in goals. He has 11 with 3 assists. And Trey Peterson is 6 goals behind him in the number 2 spot for Collinsville with 5 goals. Can't believe Trey doesn't have an assist yet.
Yeah.
That's kind of strange. And Barrick Selberg is the leader in goals for Edwardsville. He has 5. They have spread theirs out a little bit more. 5 for him, 4 for Owen Logan, 3 for George Chakikas, and then a couple apiece for Annam Axton and Evan Moore. Collinsville sends it deep down into the offensive zone once again. Gavin Chrisman trying to chase it down, but Sam Reeder is going to get there first. He'll send it over to this near side sideline for Jonas Mailer. And Chrisman still trying to get it. He can't. Sent up to the midfielders, and with the ball now is Abe Gianaris. Gianaris sends it all the way over to the far side. Collinsville trying to track it down, and Chris Munoz over there trying to put on some pressure on Mr. Brickman. Back to the defense it goes, up to the offense. Tell you what, here in about, if it hasn't already, man, your ears are going to sweat.
Right. With these headphones on?
These headphones, man, they have that vinyl covering around the outside of them, and it's a little warm.
Yep, for sure.
It's all going to change, though. I'm wearing a
Thursday?
T-shirt tonight. I'll be back up in this booth Friday for football. I'll probably be wearing a sweatshirt.
I'm sure you will be.
Yeah, it's only supposed to make it up to 68 degrees on Friday, and so by the time we get out here for football, sun will be down, and That temperature will start falling into the mid to lower 60s before you know it. And since our bodies are out here dealing with this heat and humidity, it's going to feel cold.
Yeah, for sure. I already see an early change here. It looks like Sam Garofalo has shifted out to that left back role, and Dane has moved back into the middle. Must be something the coach saw.
Could be. He makes those in-game adjustments better than just about anybody I know. Over onto the far side, picked up by Munoz, but he couldn't hold on to it for very long, so Collinsville will send it up the line. Now trying to find Chrisman. Chrisman lofts one into the box, and a one bouncer that was going to go wide anyway. And it's picked up there by Zach Chitwood. Zach and Zeke are their goalkeepers here for Edwardsville.
I believe Zeke started the first match, did he not?
Yes, he did. This one all the way down here to the near sideline. And a throw-in coming up here for Peterson, but not before they blow the whistle to allow a substitution, as Mikey Suarez will check into the game. He'll take the place of Jimmy Crowder.
I think you're going to see a little bit more subbing out of Coach Lugie tonight.
I would think so,
know he doesn't like to, but I think with the heat and the elements here, it's a smart way to go.
Yeah. Wasn't extremely humid because I was watching the news before I came and they said it was like 96 degrees but feels like 98. So just a couple of degrees added to it, but man, it's pretty steamy. Peterson, he'll strike it and send it up toward the offensive zone once again. It goes into the box, and again rolling out is Zach Chitwood to take care of that. As what happened? I gained a minute and I lost a minute plus 1 minute. How about that? 30 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. That's what the clock here says. That's what the clock on my screen now says as well. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. Landon Mahat gets his first goal of the year about 5 minutes in. And a whistle will give Collinsville a free kick. This one going to be from about 45 yards away. And Mahat, instead of kicking it toward the goal, will send it all the way over to the far side for Munoz. Munoz sends it all the way back for Compton. Compton at midfield. We'll send it back up to where it came from, and they're going to play catch for a little while. It's going to be time to take a cold drink here. Bourne with the play. Nicely done.
Yep, well done.
Now he got the ball away from the forward and then tracked it down before it went out of bounds, so it wouldn't belong to Edwardsville down there deep in their offensive zone. So a nice play there by young Mr. Braden Bourne as Edwardsville. What?
Your camera.
What's wrong?
Trying to fix the camera here, folks. Bear with us. Nick Horace fields the ball, ready for a big punt. Into the Edwardsville half. Adam Reiniger.
Don't touch anything up here, just move back and forth. Not a clue as to what happened there. That looked like you were watching a soccer game underwater. That's hard to do.
Right.
All right, we apologize. Back to action. What was that slide down by Mikey Suarez, man? He just like slid into second base and the ball wasn't even around him.
I think he was trying to stretch out and reach that ball.
I guess so. Out of bounds it goes. Trey Peterson with the throw in. We will get our act together up here sooner or later.
Jimmy Crowder back into the match. Mikey Suarez rotating out.
That was a
short
substitution. So Crowder comes back in for Suarez. Maybe that's what he wanted. He brought him off the field so he can, hey, man, why were you sliding? Peterson throws the ball in down the near sideline off of Reiniger's head, I think. And was also being hassled there by Jonas Mailer. One of those two touched it. Ooh, Compton barely got a foot on it. Just in time to kick it out of the way of Evan Moore. And it goes over in front of the Kahok bench, and Garofalo tries to track the ball down, but he can't.
Evan Moore is a very dangerous striker for the Edwardsville Tigers.
Well, I hope that wasn't the only goal scored by Collinsville tonight, because I feel like I've ripped everybody off by not being there for it. I just happened to look up and see the ball go in the back of the net.
I literally was looking down, writing something down.
Yeah. So the Cahoks lead 1-0 on the first goal of the year by Landon Mahat, and Edwardsville punches it down into the offensive zone. Collinsville trying to get it out of there. They finally will, and it comes out to the midfield area in Edwardsville's offensive zone, where it's picked up there by Dacus, and Dacus sends it up into the box, and Collinsville's Garofalo tracks it down, sends it across the sideline. It'll be a throw-in for Edwardsville. No, it's going to be for Collinsville.
Yeah, it's for Collinsville.
So they tried to save it.
He as he cleared it, it deflected off that Edwardsville player. Had spin on it.
Okay. Says the man with no glasses.
Contacts are in tonight.
Oh, okay, I got you. See, I got glasses on. I couldn't see that. Popped up again. Out to near midfield, and Collinsville comes up. Oh, just past.
He's through.
Reiniger, he takes it. Oh, what a nice move. And he's trying to get around the other one, and he can't, but he finally gets the ball out of there, and then Edwardsville gets some help on defense. That one looked like it was off an arm. And it comes out for Bodie. Bodie will pop it up to Peterson. Peterson back to Bodie. And Bodie will send it all the way over to the far side for Garofalo. Thought Reiniger was going to pull out one of those nifty tricks out of his hat. And
it was a beautiful through ball by Landon Mahat.
That it was.
I thought Adam was going to be 1v1 with the goalie. He got just a step, but he wanted to cut it back to his left foot.
Made a couple of good moves and almost got away with it.
Mm-hmm.
So Collinsville continuing the offensive pressure here. That one comes up to Chrisman. Chrisman back to midfield, and Crowder had that one poked off of his foot. Over to the sideline where it's picked up over there by Compton. Compton will send the ball into the box, but no one there, and it's an easy bouncing ball to Zach Chitwood. 25.5 minutes to go here in this first half. Collinsville up 1-0. Glad that you're with us on a steamy Tuesday night here from Collinsville. We'll be late Thursday as well. Thursday is the homecoming parade. We have volleyball on the schedule for you. And normally, JV volleyball starts at 4:30, followed by varsity volleyball. But 4:30, that's the start time of the parade Thursday. So they've pushed it back to 6 o'clock, and we'll be on after that JV matchup. And that'll be against Belleville East. Abby Hanger, former Lady Kahok volleyball head coach, returns to her first head coaching gig in the high school ranks. So we'll have that game for you, and then we'll be back here in this booth on Friday for the homecoming football game as Collinsville and Mattoon hook up.
Bryson Bodie is looking for anybody to pass to there. Could not find a soul.
Oh, well, they need to move around.
Right. Well, they were kind of all on top of each other at one point.
Yeah. A little grouped up. Here is Crowder. Crowder over on the far sideline, punches one into the box again, trying to feed Reiniger, but again, that ball had a little bit too much zip on it, and it was able to find its way to Zach Chitwood. Working his way up, here is Jonas Mailer. Mailer to the sideline, gives it to Moore. Moore hits the ball up to Zach Lane, and a crossing pass, but no one there wearing the white jerseys of the Edwardsville Tigers.
Got enough sides.
And scooped up by Nick Horace, who is down there wearing the sky blue goalie uniform. Collinsville in their brand new purple jerseys with the light purple sleeves. Numbers on the front and the back are in white. And Edwardsville is here in the all-white uniforms. Their numbers are in black, trimmed in a little bit of that Edwardsville orange. Just in time for Halloween. That's the kind of orange that it is. Here is Trey Peterson. He'll send the ball to midfield and beyond. So Edwardsville will have to track it down, and Ben Liardi does just that.
Edwardsville making a wholesale change.
Yeah, they are. They haven't made any substitutions up to this point, and all of a sudden they're bringing in 5.
Yep.
Number 17, Mikey Suarez.
Mike Suarez checks back into the game. This time he will spell Gavin Chrisman. And as I mentioned, 5 players exchanged for Edwardsville. Chris Keller's all over it. I couldn't tell you who they are now. All happened too fast. Here's Borm. Borm over to the far side. And through midfield, that ball is struck and trying to find Reiniger over here on this right wing, but it didn't make it that far. Picked off by Edwardsville. They'll send it back to the defense. And back to the defense even farther. Now they'll move it up to midfield. Ball got loose. Peterson comes up with it. Peterson thought about just sending it up there to the offensive zone, but thought better of it. Here is Bodie. Bodie always knows how to split the defenders. This time he held up, and the defenders almost ran into each other. And a push down from behind, and it'll be a free kick coming up here from Collinsville from about 40 yards out.
That last sequence, you were starting to see a little bit of keep away that Collinsville was also playing against Belleville East last week that was so successful. You know, I think at one point when I rewatched that match, I counted 12 uncontested, untouched passes in that Belleville East game.
Ball is on the way, and it looks pretty good. It comes down, and we're going to have a whistle because that ball would have went across the end line. Probably would have been a quarter kick, but something happened out here that prevented that.
But I didn't see the flagman, the linesman raise a flag.
21-40 left to play here in this first half. Here is Zach Chitwood, the senior goalkeeper. Zeke Manning is a junior. So Zach getting the start tonight instead of Zeke. And Collinsville going with the usual suspects here tonight. Kahawks have control of the ball at midfield. They send it over to the far side, and then it's punched up, trying to get it up for Mikey Suarez, and then sent back. Here is Crowder. Crowder sends it over to the sideline. Compton almost tripped over the ball. And then up the sideline it goes. That sideline's crowded.
Yeah, it is.
Edwardsville finally comes away with it. They send the ball on up to Zeke Manning, who is into the game but not at goal. So he's out there playing a forward position. And they get the ball back to Axton. And Axton sends it up, and Horace is going to come out and take care of that ball before any damage can be done.
Another mid-half adjustment. Dane Compton's back out on that left flank, and Sam Garofalo's back in the center back's role with Braden Borum.
Horace sends it up to midfield, and Edwardsville off of a header sends it right back off of Garofalo. Garofalo then pops it right back into the Collinsville zone. And again, another header there by Liardi, and they just keep on going back and forth. Now the ball gets away. Trey Peterson's going to hold off his guy long enough for Horace to get out there and kick it. Oh, boy. Suarez, if he could have got a foot on that ball, man, Reiniger would have been gone up this near sideline.
Yep, absolutely.
Free kick at midfield here for Edwardsville. Halfway through, half number one.
Be looking for a water break here soon.
Probably. We're halfway point, so they'll probably blow the whistle for a water break soon. And a little chip pass instead of an actual shot up to Dacus, and Dacus will send it off. And it's caught by Horace, and offsides anyway.
It looked like it anyway, but.
So Horace will get us started once again. He does so with a nice strong kick, but again, there's the head of Ben Liardi. Trey Peterson with it, right down below our location. Borum off of a body. Borum gets it right back. A little ping pong action going there.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Now here is Reiniger. Reiniger sends it into the middle to Bodie. Bodie will send it all the way over to the far side. He knew what he was doing. To Compton. Compton in front of the Edwardsville bench. He'll send one into the middle, picked up by, that was Munoz. And Bodie once again, popped up by Mahat. Mahat has the only goal in the game thus far. Here is Crowder with a shot that's going to go wide. Had a little bit of time to set something up if he wanted to, but Crowder decided to shoot it right away.
Yeah, Jimmy wanted to hit a side volley there, just didn't get enough of it. Guess we're not going to take that water break, are we?
Well, we might not. I don't know. I know that they did during the JV game. Now that the sun's down, they might not.
They might not. You're right.
Yeah. Edwardsville with the ball. In the Collinsville offensive zone, and trying to work it out of there is Nathan Loftus. And Collinsville had it for a brief moment, but couldn't contain it, or couldn't sustain it, excuse me, and now Gianaris with it. Back out to midfield. Compton and Bodie. Headed to Garofalo. Garofalo heads it up, gets it back. Over to the sideline for Reiniger. Reiniger was just over here on this sideline. Dude's everywhere. Compton. He'll poke the ball up to midfield and give it up for Juan Carlos Doria, who is into the game. That ball ends up out of bounds. Kahawks come right back to it. Throw in comes to Compton, back in the defensive zone. Over to Borum. Borum pops it, trying to get Chrisman a chance here, and They'll just let that one roll out of bounds. Nice defensive play there by Jonas Mailer. And now we have another substitution for Edwardsville coming in as Axton heads to the bench and Tyler Dacus comes back into the game. "17 minutes. That's all right. It happens, man.
The bug landed on
I
him.
know. It happened. I've already wiped a couple of them away. Little flying bugs. They thought they were hibernating for the year. They're back out in full force. Here's Borm. Pitches it back to Garofalo, but Edwardsville comes away with it anyway. Now the ball finds the foot of Zeke Manning. Over onto the far side, Edwardsville trying to put on an attack. They put it in the front of the box, but it's booted right back out of there by Compton.
Ooh.
And then Reiniger gets ran into from behind. No call there. And the ball ends up in front of the Kahok bench as Reiniger gets back up, limping a little bit, but he'll be okay. And poked up into the offensive zone by Mahat. And then over on the far side, Collinsville trying to wrestle it away. Garofalo pokes it up to Bodie, who pokes it back to Borm. Borm sends it up to midfield for Mahat. Mahat put on a nice move, but then he got held and got twisted around. Collinsville will have a free kick here from midfield as we approach 16 minutes left to go here in this first half.
So far, other than the one shot on goal, we haven't had much offense either way.
No, not really. What offense we have had has been down here at this end of the field. Edwardsville hasn't had many opportunities. They've been down there a couple of times, but no sustained pressure. Collinsville trying to put on some pressure here. Ball opens over up to the far side. Compton couldn't dig it up, and it goes out to midfield where we have 3 Tigers and a Kahok ready to substitute to come in, and that's exactly what they do. And Axton didn't stay on the bench very long, did he?
No, he's a talented player. They're not going to let him sit for too long. He's a playmaker for that Edwardsville Tiger squad.
Chris Munoz will check into the game. He'll take the place of Adam Reiniger. Reiniger is still limping a little bit as he walks toward the bench. He'll get looked at by Amanda Bauer and make sure everything's okay for him to return. Here is Bodie. Bodie with the ball to Borm. Borm sends it up to Mahat, and Mahat couldn't contain, so Borm will have to go back and get it after Edwardsville sends it. And Nick Horace will send it back out, trying to get it to midfield. He's way out of goal, and he is real lucky that Owen Logan didn't just automatically strike that ball because I don't think that Horace would have got back there in time.
No, probably not.
There is Dacus. Dacus will send it up into the box for Axum. Again?
Yep.
What in the world is going on here? All right, dude, just turn it off and turn it back on.
Come on, Juan. Juan's coming through. One-on-one.
I don't know what's going on with that camera. That's a brand new camera, man. I had that, bought that last year.
I don't know. Humidity, heat.
I think I've been out in hotter conditions than this.
Okay.
I'm not sure what's going on. Well, it might be this thing. No, 'cause this thing's a little warm. My video capture device is a little warm. Ooh. Corner. Well, they're going to call that against Edwardsville. And it'll be a throw in here for Trey Peterson.
That's going to be a foul.
You know, I wouldn't have to worry about all this stuff if that huddle camera worked.
Is that even on tonight?
I started with it, but it did the same thing. As soon as I started live streaming and my intro started playing, I could see that it was
the glitching.
It was glitching as it was changing pictures.
Okay.
So that usually is the first tall tale sign that it's not going to work.
And it's weird, as I said, because you go back and watch it, it's fine.
Yeah.
On the Huddle app.
Yeah. Yeah, that's because it's not hooked up to my computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what does it. That one's on the outside. That was a nice strike there by Gavin Garrick, but just a little bit wide.
I feel like Collinsville's getting a little sloppy here in their play, not as crisp as it was in the first, 15, 20 minutes of the match.
Yeah. 12:45 left to play here in this first half. We're experiencing all kinds of difficulties, aren't we?
Yeah.
Difficulties I've never dealt with before. Over to the Kahok bench, a sliding try there by Compton to keep that ball from going out of bounds, but it went out of bounds anywho. 12 and a half minutes to go. First half action. Landed him hot with his first goal of the year, is the only score we've had thus far. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. Since the Kahawks took that 2-0 victory at Edwardsville on August the 30th, the Tigers have gone 6-2-1, including a 3-0 loss at home to Belleville East. And that's why Edwardsville has a 3-2 conference mark. Lost to Collinsville and lost to East.
Well, we're on our second round of matches in the Southwestern Conference. It's still up for grabs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, East has only lost that one game. So far, we're the only undefeated team left. And the Kahawks trying to keep it that way here tonight as they play at Belleville West on Thursday. That'll end 4 games in a row against Southwestern Conference teams. Into the box it goes, down. Collinsville trying to get it out, and they do so. But Edwardsville looking like they're going to keep it in, and they'll try one more time, and then Nick Horace will come out to his left to take that bouncing ball and put us back to action here with 11:15 left to play in this first half. Popped up deep into the night sky and down into the Collinsville offensive zone, albeit by about 10 yards. And then Edwardsville will take over. They'll send it back up to midfield. Here's Bodie. He'll send it up the sideline, but there wasn't anyone
there.
No one there wearing the purple stuff,
Nope.
were they? Huh?
Mm-mm. Again, technically just not 100% crisp right now.
Kind of hard to be crisp out in this heat and humidity, isn't it?
You're right.
Everything's wilting.
Now, you heard the coach. I mean, he wasn't
I
a fan
know.
of the humidity either
No.
in his pregame.
No,
Is this our first long throw of the night?
I think so. Chrisman from the far side throws it into the box where it's put out on a header by Edwardsville's defense. Bodie trying to track it down. He can't, but Trey Peterson doesn't. It goes right between Bodie's legs. And then Bodie gets a little tripped up as the Edwardsville Tigers come out flying here. Up this wing is Evan Moore. He'll center one, but that's blocked out of the way. Collinsville and the man who scored the goal, Mahat, will send it all the way over to the far sideline to relieve that pressure, but it does not go out of bounds, so Edwardsville still in control of the ball. And they'll send it over this way now for Zach Lane. Lane shoots, and that one's going to go wide, and tried the header, couldn't go in, and Lane's going to get it back. Zach Lane circles with it on the outside, and then Trey Peterson
Well done.
knocks him down and takes control of that ball and sends it up the sideline out of bounds. Edwardsville will still hold possession, though.
Great defense by Trey Peterson. Shoulder-to-shoulder rub, little NASCAR. No foul, right?
No, just a little paint scraping going on.
Yep.
Mailer will throw it in. He does so, and off of the head of Bodie and onto the foot of Garofalo. Garofalo sends it out to midfield. Settled down there for a moment. Here is Gianaris for Edwardsville, and then Compton takes over. And now Crowder trying to track that ball down. A little bit of a tussle going on between those two, just trying to get ball control.
Crowder's got a body up there at that point. Can't lose the ball there.
Here is Gianaris again. He'll poke the ball up, but Collinsville is there, and they'll send it up the line. Here is Garofalo. Garofalo trying to spring Adam Reiniger, who's back into the game, but getting there first is Sam Reeder. Reeder sends the ball back out to midfield. Bodie trying to track it down off of his shin and over to the far side for Crowder. Crowder sends it back to Garofalo. Garofalo pops one down.
We're not getting these long balls through or over the top.
And that was probably trying to find Chrisman, but it ends up going a little wide and ends up finding Reiniger instead. And then it'll roll to Zach Chitwood, and Chitwood will pick it up deep in the box, and he'll get ready to send it back out as we approach 8 minutes left to play here in this first half. Chitwood pops it up high.
Borm's got to win that ball out of the air.
And out of bounds off of Evan Moore. Quick throw in by Peterson, and that was a good one. Chrisman's got it. He'll poke it over to Reiniger. Reiniger coming in from the right wing, centers one, but no one's there wearing the purple and the white. Just white this time, and that's Edwardsville, and they'll send it back out, and it'll be Axton who will take over. He'll send it up to midfield.
Nice job, Chris Munoz.
Owen Logan, he just got taken off that ball by Munoz.
Collinsville struggling to get numbers in, numbers up. Two men is not going to cut it. We need to get 3 and 4 numbers up.
There is Tyler Dacus. He'll send the ball over to Zach Lane. Lane up the sideline. Barely kept that ball in bounds, and he then sends one across the end line. It'll be a goal kick restart coming up here for the Kahawks. Cold drinks do not stay cold up here very long.
No, sir.
Corner kick coming up for Edwardsville from this near side corner.
I want to see Nicky Horace own this box, own his 6-yard box. If it's there, go get it.
Kick on the way. Popped up, going to the other side where it's off of a head belonging to the Kahawks and out of harm's way for a moment. And then Crispin makes sure it stays out of harm's way as that ball goes rolling into the Kahawk bench. So Edwardsville with a throw-in coming up here right in the middle of the Kahawk bench. They'll throw it right up in front of the box, and Axton uses his head to get it in the box, and there is Horace to use his hands to make sure it doesn't go any farther. 6:15 left to play here in this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. Landon Mahat with the only goal thus far. That came about 5 minutes in as play takes place at midfield right now. Here is Axton. Splits the defense. Takes the turn. Takes the shot. Saved by Horace. He dives out to his left, does Nicky, and he got fingers on it just enough to keep that ball from going anywhere near that goal line. And now,
look at that.
wrestling.
Look at that.
Holy crap, man. That is Jonas Mailer. He is all over Adam Reiniger. Reiniger comes away with it, though, and now we have a whistle. What is up with that?
That is the worst Joe Hayden call I have ever seen.
Man, oh, man.
You've got a man getting raped down to the ground.
And I don't even know what Reiniger did wrong.
He did nothing. He was battling. The linesman's right in front of him, doesn't see it, or chooses to ignore it.
Mailer had his arms draped all around Reiniger as he was running up the field. Wow.
Joe Hayden being Joe Hayden.
I have never seen a non-call as bad as that in my life. Ball comes back over here to Mailer. And Mailer gets it out. Borm, he'll take care of it and get it up to midfield for Garofalo. And then a loose ball poked into the offensive zone. That's offside. That wasn't meant to be a pass. That was just an accidental hard shot off of a leg that ended up going over the head. But since Reiniger was already behind the defense, that was an easy offside call.
That was
apparently a lot easier of a call than what we just watched.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one.
You got two guys literally must not be paying attention.
I don't know.
And you don't see me get too upset up here very often.
Kahok fans are over here to our left saying that was terrible, and the Edwardsville fans, which are right below us, by the way.
Laughing.
Yeah, they're laughing, enjoying it.
Of course.
Here is Mahat up to Reiniger. Reiniger trying to get that ball away from Jonas Mailer. All the way back to the goalkeeper, Chitwood. And then Gavin Crispin with a steal over on the far side. He comes around that left wing, and it's out of bounds. Barely crossed that yellow line as he was trying to make that turn. We are down to 3:45 left to play here in this first half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. Play at midfield. And
good
then the
step by
Kahawks
Borm.
get up there with Borm, and then Peterson sends it on up to Mahat.
Garofalo feeds Crispin.
Crispin still hanging tough. He got held a little bit there, too. And over on the far side for Munoz, he's trying to track it down. He can't. And send back up to Edwardsville and to midfield. And then Bodie comes away with it after bumping his player off the ball. And back to Compton it goes. Compton gets it over to Borm. Borm will send it over here for Peterson. And Peterson had to race for the ball because coming right in for that ball as well was Zach Lane. Oh, really? Well, that should have been offside, but it doesn't matter. It's not going to get there anyway. Did you make the referee mad or something there?
He must have heard me up here. The man's been reffing I'm 47 years old, and he's been reffing as long as I played.
Yeah. All right. Collinsville back out now, and Crowder sends the ball over to Garofalo. To the middle for Mahat. Mahat. No look pass, trying to find Reiniger, but just missed at him. Now here is Munoz. He comes away with a loose ball as his player fell down, and that player ends up regaining his composure and comes back and steals it away from Munoz. Now Munoz trying to return the favor, and it's banking off of everybody over there, and then it'll finally come loose and out to midfield and beyond, and Collinsville will send it back up. Here is Bodie. Bryson Bodie comes up, threads the needle. Reiniger trying to chase it down over there on that left wing. He does so, turns the corner near the corner kick flag, and now we have a whistle. No?
I swear I heard a whistle.
Me too. That one just goes wide.
I heard what you heard.
Huh? Car horn? That sounded like a whistle.
Sounded like a whistle to me too. We got headphones on.
Yeah.
24, Juan Carlos Doria.
Juan Carlos Doria checks back into the game. 1:10 left to play here in this first half. We have the Woods Basement Systems halftime show coming up for you. We'll round up some scores. I know that all the Southwestern Conference teams are in action tonight.
Got to win it, boys.
Out to midfield it goes. Here is Mahat. Mahat, who has the only goal thus far, will send it all the way back to Compton on the defense as we approach 45 seconds to play here in this first half. Reiniger with the ball.
It's a great ball.
All the way up for Peterson. Peterson gets loose. Oh, I thought he was going to shoot.
He was going to unload too. But
Yeah.
here's Jimmy. Hit one.
Crowder couldn't couldn't pull the trigger. Yeah, he waited too long. Now a shot and a save by Chitwood. He was trying to settle it down. It wouldn't settle down for him right off the bat, and trying to wait for it to settle down cost him. Ball might be bouncing, but man, at that point you got to shoot.
Yep. Jimmy's got to be more decisive there.
This one's going to come up the sideline, and it is going to be Doria who is going to make a crossing pass, but Chitwood's going to come down and swallow it up, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. And after one half, 1-0 in favor of Collinsville, as we welcome you in now to the Woods Basement Systems halftime show, brought to you by Woods Basement Systems, all things basement-y. Since 1986, Wood Basement Systems. Give them a call at their Collinsville main office there at 618-708-4055. We're back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage Team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS Class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS Class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS Class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS Class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville.
Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027 or online at oldheraldbrewing.com. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010. And welcome back into the Woods Basement Systems halftime show here at Collinsville, where it is 1-0 in favor of your Collinsville Kahawks on a goal by Landon Mahat. His first of the year came with about 5 minutes into this game is when we got that one scored, and so far that is the one that has stood up. Here is a look at your scoreboard for the rest of what's going on around the area. In the world of soccer, Civic Memorial and Mascoutah are tied 1-1 as they go into late in the second half. Westland over Roxana by a score of 2-0. East Alton Wood River taking care of Carlisle right now 4-1. It is Altoff all over Mater Dei by a score of 4-0. And speaking of all over someone, how about Triad over Jerseyville by a final now of 9-1. In volleyball, your Lady Kahawks are out in O'Fallon. Have not heard anything about the outcome of that contest yet. Belleville West defeated Alton, and East St. Louis defeated Belleville East. Really? Wow. East St. Louis and their volleyball program, man, they are on fire this year. They've already beat Collinsville once this year. I'm going to have an East St. Louis Collinsville game coming up, I think, at the beginning of October too. So kind of looking forward to that one. But East St. Louis over Belleville East. Abby Hanger and her team well, they'll be licking their chops and looking to get back in the winning column on Thursday here at Collinsville, and that's the next game that we have for you. So there'll be a little fire lit under the belly of the Belleville East Lady Lancers when they come to town. That's a look at your Woods Basement halftime show. Cardinals are out on the left coast, and they're playing San Diego, and that game is not underway as of right now. That's going to do it for the Woods Basement Systems halftime show. We're back with the second half in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hello, everybody. This is Mike Ogle with Ogle Auctions, and we hope you are enjoying tonight's game, and go Kahawks. Hey, check us out. Every Sunday night, we have an online auction at www.ogleauctions.com. Everything from grandma's china to grandma's motorcycle helmet, it's all here at Ogle Auctions every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Check us out, and we will see you soon.
Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. And once again, we welcome you back to Kahok Stadium here on the grounds of Collinsville High School. My name's Todd Duke. Brett Borum on the other microphone. Kevin Vanderven is helping us out on the camera tonight so we can get this huddle camera figured out, which I don't know when that's going to happen. We actually shut it down and rebooted it yesterday and hoped that was going to take care of it, but apparently that is not going to take care of it, and we'll have to work on it at a later date. But I got Glenn Woodcock will be here Friday to take over the camera for the football game, and he said that he would do that for the final 2 home games, and if we have a playoff home game, we'll have him come back and help us out again as well. Kahawks will have control of the ball here in the second half. And we are underway there, Mr. Brett Borum. Thoughts on the first half?
First half, not as crisp as I'd like to see. A little bit more possession in this second half. Collinsville coming out now with a 3-back system versus the 4.
All right, well, we'll see if these changes pay dividends. Of course, we switch ends of the field, so that is Nick Horace who mishit that one, and that one stays in the box. Now Horace will come out with his hands and take care of that before any pressure could be put on, and that was kind of like one of those ordeals.
Yeah, we've had a couple close scares with that all year.
All right, over here at midfield, that is Munoz. Munoz will send the ball up to Reiniger. Reiniger punches it back out to the middle for Crowder, and Crowder, he got that ball taken off of his foot.
Mm-hmm.
And now Garofalo will send the ball up off the chest of Chrisman. Chrisman has to deal with a couple of defenders, and he's being held by one. And then it's poked into the offensive zone. Reiniger trying to chase it down. He's going to meet there at the same time as the Edwardsville defender, Sam Reeder. And that ball stayed out there for a little while.
Can't dance with the ball there, Jimmy. We got to put that ball on somebody's foot.
Over here to midfield, and out of bounds it goes. and it'll belong to Edwardsville. Not a lot of offensive opportunities for either team in that first half besides Mahat's goal. Horace made one fantastic save diving out to his left. And other than that, there wasn't a lot of shots on goal.
Correct. You're right, on both sides.
Yeah. Edwardsville trying to drum up some offense here. Here is Evan Moore, and Moore lost the ball. Back out to midfield it goes, but Edwardsville manages to take over once again, but not for very long. Munoz stepped in front of that one. And then it's sent over here to the sideline, and picking it up from there is Gehrig. Gehrig will send the ball up, and it's picked up there by Peterson. Peterson runs into Gianaris, and then the ball ends up out of bounds over on the far side. We're just underway here in half number 2. Moving along not too bad considering. It's 8:15, and normally we probably would wrap up a game that doesn't go into overtime around 8:30, so we'll be a little late. No biggie. Tomorrow's Wednesday, no sports, just Washer League. I'm in the Final Four, by the way.
Oh, that's a big deal.
Yeah. I'm playing with house money now. Oh! That one sounded like it hurt. That ball goes out of bounds. So, yeah, we have the Final Four. So
No,
yeah,
no!
The winners will move on to the championship game next Wednesday, and the losers will be in the third place game. First, second, third, and fourth take home money. So, no matter what happens, give me the money.
That happened right in front of that flagman.
I know.
That ball went out on Edwardsville clearly.
That one's out. Sure you don't want to call that a corner kick?
It's unbelievable.
There has been a abnormal amount of missed calls here in this game, hasn't there?
I don't normally get on officials because I understand the shortage, because I understand, that they have a hard job. But, man, this stuff is right there. I mean, it is unquestionable.
If I can see it, I know they can. Out to midfield we go. Edwardsville sends it back up again, and Compton changed shoes at halftime. He didn't have those green shoes on at the first half, did he?
I don't know.
I don't think he did. That's how I usually know where he is. Out to midfield to Crowder. Jimmy Crowder will send it over this way now for Garofalo. Garofalo has a lot of room in front of him, and he'll turn the corner, and that ball's out of bounds.
But it wasn't all the way out of bounds, I can assure you that.
No. Probably maybe a half an inch. I thought the whole ball had to cross the line. Is it just part of the ball that has to cross the line?
No, the whole ball.
That's what I thought. That did not happen there.
I understand.
I know. You're trying to keep yourself calm.
I am.
Yeah. Easier said than done sometimes, isn't it?
Yep.
Sam Reeder will send the ball up to Edwardsville's offensive front and onto the foot of Axon, and a save by Horace, and then Borum gets that ball out of there. That was a nice shot.
It's a nice shot. Nice save.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting it to have that much juice on it. Is this the freshman team over here or something?
I assume
JV
it's
team?
JV.
Okay. Figured they'd still be over there on the bench. Most of the time they hang out.
Our kids have to stay over there.
Yeah. Most of the time they hang out over there on the sideline, but they're all over here on this side of the field. The JV team for the Tigers hanging out in the stands with their own fans. Edwardsville ready to throw the ball in their defensive end. Coming up on 34:45 left to play. To midfield. Edwardsville, and a hold against Collinsville, and we'll have a free kick from midfield for the Tigers. Saw that one, didn't he?
Of course. Collins was not ready for the quick play.
Back it goes to Dacus. That is Tyler. Tyler Dacus moves the ball up and finds Owen Logan, and then back over to Axton, and now Collinsville converges with a bunch of defenders. They'll send it back out front, poked right back, and in front of the box, the play takes place. Axton trying to get a shot on goal, blocked out of there by Bodie, and then Trey Peterson goes up in the air trying to spearhead that ball back down to a Collinsville player, and there is a shot that's going to go wide, and it'll be a goal kick restart coming up here for Nick Horace. 33 minutes and 45 seconds left to play here in the second half. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. JV went to a 1-1 tie. Both goals came in the first half. Tigers got theirs early. Collinsville got theirs late. No one could score in the second half. We will have Sydney Carroll up here to talk to in the postgame show. She is one of the assistants, and she is the head coach of the freshman team, so we'll find out how the freshman Kahok soccer team is doing. Here's Axton once again. That ball is knocked out of there, and back out to midfield it goes. Comes down, and with his head up is Tyler Dacus. He'll send the ball up, and it's into the box off ahead, and a shot's going to go high and over the back of the net. And Collinsville avoids any more trouble with 33 minutes to go here in half number 2.
I feel like Collinsville is on their heels thus far in the first 7-8 minutes of this second half. Don't feel confident one is going to hold.
I never feel confident one is going to hold.
I know.
I always like to have the extra goal, because 9 times out of 10 you need it. Case in point, the Belleville East game Thursday night. Kahawks were in control of that game, and a little miscommunication, and Lancers scored a late goal, and if they would have done that earlier in the game, we might have been in trouble.
One brain fart.
Yeah. Out of bounds, belongs to Collinsville. Garofalo will throw it back into the box to Compton. Compton back to Garofalo here on this near sideline, up to Munoz, who couldn't get a foot on it, and it's popped up right in front of the box. There's Compton once again, and then Crowder gets shoved from behind while he was up in the air trying to head that ball. No whistle on the play. And now a loose ball. We'll find Chrisman at midfield, and he'll send it over to Munoz, but that ball is picked off, and here comes Edwardsville. They bring it up in the form of Owen Logan. Logan lost the ball. Comes loose again. And here is Tyler Dacus again. He'll send it up into the middle, and then a pass that was never materialized. Now it finds Axton. Axton will pop it up into the box, and Horace will come out and play it.
Man, just feel like it's pretty sloppy. Collins was not able to connect passes, not really able to get beyond the 50 with any real authority.
Yeah, Collinsville kind of did that to Edwardsville in the first half. Now here is Reiniger with the ball, comes in on this left wing, puts on a move, gets past one defender, sends it into the middle, gets it right back, and then it's too far.
Great idea, nice ball, and nice give and go with Jimmy Crowder. Just a little bit more pace on it than Adam was ready for.
Back out to midfield we go. Throw-in will come from Gavin Chrisman right at the beginning of the Kahawk bench there.
Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here. We've got Sam Garofalo subbing out of the match and Landon Mahat as your left back.
I don't know.
A little different.
There's a rolling ball that Chitwood picks up without any
Gavin's coming back.
further problems. Over here on the near side and off of the leg of Chrisman. Throw-in coming up here for Edwardsville and Ben Liardi. He'll give the ball up now for Abe Gianaris. And now we have whistles, and he's going to make him back up a little bit. Then he takes those 3 big steps right back. Here is Mahat, who has the only goal thus far. That was a nice pass between the defender's legs up to Munoz. Munoz sends it up the line. Reiniger trying to chase it down. He turns the corner and loses the ball as he was being pressured by Liardi. And then out to midfield it goes as Chrisman just runs right into Tyler Dacus. And now we are going to have a stoppage of play. And that one might have hurt Tyler Dacus.
Was that a head-to-head, or was that, what was that, Todd? Did you see it?
Yeah, I think there was head-to-head, and here comes a yellow card for Chrisman, so he'll have to go out.
Yellow card issued Collinsville.
So Garofalo will come back in. Chrisman will go out, and Tyler Dacus will get looked at by Amanda Bauer here near the track, right down from our location.
Sam Garofalo checks in for Gavin Chrisman.
It appears that Tyler Dacus is okay. He and Amanda Bauer are walking around the track, taking a long way around, so they can get back to action here. Edwardsville had to bring somebody out to take the place of Dacus. And they bring in Liam McLean. Liam McLean. So we are back underway. 23:40 left to play here in this second half. Collinsville up 1-0, but things are a little tight out here offensively for both teams. Here is Mahat, excuse me. He sends it over to Bodie. Back to Mahat. He tries to slow the ball down, puts on a couple of nice moves and stays with it.
Too much.
And then, we'll send the ball up to Reiniger. Reiniger will send the ball back to Mahat, and he tries to thread the needle and tries to put it onto the foot of Mikey Suarez, but the defense snuck in front of Suarez and took that ball right away. But Collinsville gets it back. They send it over here to the sideline for Garofalo, and now back to Compton. Compton sends the ball to Borm. Borm, he'll shoot a rocket through midfield. It'll roll all the way down, and Chitwood will take care of that inside of his 18-yard box. Popped up into the nighttime sky. Here's Crowder. Didn't send it.
Nope, not good enough.
Yeah, didn't send it in a straight line to Trey Peterson. And Edwardsville, that allowed them to come up with the ball. Here is Axton. Axton sends the ball up, and then it's popped up and out of bounds, and it'll be along to Collinsville. And Garofalo will take care of this throw-in as Chrisman is still on the bench. Here's Compton. Compton gets it back over here for Garofalo, and Garofalo sends the ball up, and then it's off a bunch of bodies. And Collinsville will take over once again. Back to Garofalo. We'll start all over. Here is Compton. 28 minutes to go here in half number 2. Collinsville up 1-0. Up to Reiniger. Reiniger sends the ball over to Munoz. Munoz trying to send it to the middle of the field. It banked off of an Edwardsville body and comes onto the foot of Suarez. Suarez into the box. He'll go try to chase it down again, and that ball is going to be poked across the line. And Collinsville is going to have a corner kick. Chrisman is due to check back in at his next opportunity. Right now, the Kahawks getting ready for a corner kick. Well, they didn't corner kick it. They passed it instead. It goes out front off of the chest of Suarez, and then Edwardsville kicks it back out toward midfield, where it's picked up there by Evan Moore for the Tigers. Moore in front of the Kahawks bench, slows down, sends it over here to this near side where no one was wearing the white and the orange. Instead, Garofalo used his head to send it back to midfield, but Edwardsville takes over once again. Here is Axton. Axton sends it up the line. That's where he finds Owen Logan, and Logan has the ball knocked out of bounds by Munoz. Another throw-in coming up here for Edwardsville.
We're not picking up our marks on these throws. It's too easy. Got to go to the ball.
Over onto the far side, toward the midfield now, and they'll send it up over onto that left wing, deep left wing, and Trey Peterson is there, and that's a nice header in the middle of the box by Compton. That one didn't even make it to Horace. And then Collinsville sends it back out to midfield, but Edwardsville sends it right back. Peterson trying to track it down.
I feel like Edwardsville's got more energy at this point of the match.
A little shot that's blocked out by Borm, popped up into the air, and Collinsville couldn't send it out. So a return shot off of one of the Collinsville players in the box. That's Munoz, and then a shot that's ended up right in front, off of a head, and down. Collinsville finally gets it out of there. That was a lot of offensive pressure being put on by Edwardsville.
Collinsville is just not putting their game together here.
Back on their heels a bit, aren't they?
They are, since this entire second half.
Yeah, here is Peterson. He got taken off the ball. Now he retreats and tries to get it back from Abe Gianaris, and then it finds Crowder, and Crowder gets pushed from behind, but we're going to have a call. It goes against Collinsville. Another free kick coming up here for Edwardsville, this one from about 40 yards out.
I want to see Nick Horace own this 18-yard box.
Edwardsville's making sure they're setting up right this time, aren't they? No quickness about this kick. Now it's on the way. High, in front, and out over the end line. And it'll be a goal kick restart coming up here for Nick Horace and the Kahawks. "24 minutes and 40 seconds or so left here in the second half. Horace sends it back out to midfield. Munoz gets it up for Reiniger. Reiniger rolls in from the left wing, cuts.
Oh, nice stick.
Yeah, Reiniger trying to get the ball back. Now he's going to get called for a foul.
That was a great defensive play by that Edwardsville defender.
Sure was.
You don't stick Adam Reiniger like that too often.
Sam Reeder sends the ball low. Back out to midfield. That one's spinning, and Collinsville will benefit from that one, and Kahawks will get a throw in right at midfield here.
Go forward, Sam.
Yeah.
Let's go forward.
Finds Crowder off of Jimmy's chest, and then Jimmy gets tripped. Tripped up by Abe Gianera, so Collinsville will have a free kick here from about 45 yards away. Crowder and Mahat there.
It's going to be. I think it's going to be Mahat, but
I would think so
we're
too.
pretty far out. Put it in the mixer, see what you can get.
Yep, he shoots it right to the front of the box. Down it goes. It takes a roll toward the end line, and it goes over the end line for a goal kick restart coming up here for Edwardsville.
Coach Luggie going with a shorter bench this second half. Edwardsville subbing a little bit more frequently.
Don't feel good about this one, do you?
I never do, Todd.
I know.
Especially when I have one out there, you know. Nerves are just a little bit tighter.
Here is Bodie with a nice steal. Bodie up. Oh. Hey, yellow card going against Edwardsville this time. And this one is going to go against Tyler Dacus.
And he was going to get Tyler's got a mouth, and he needs to shut up. I'm telling you, Joe Hayden will not put up with it.
He is pleading his case.
And the coach needs to pull him off the field, which he is. Or maybe not.
Well, maybe it's not against Dacus. I'm guessing it's against
Annam
Axton.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's the one who ran off the field.
But
Dacus was there trying to plead his point.
I get Dacus as the captain, but
So Collinsville will get a free kick here from 25 yards out. Just a little bit closer than this when Mahat hit his goal, the only goal of the game. That one was from about, this one's 35 yards.
I saw 20. I couldn't see it.
What?
I think it was 23. Was it 23?
For what?
Or 22:30? It was 22:30. Okay.
I didn't even stop my clock. 22:30, is that what we're going with?
I think that's what he flashed up there.
All right. I'm there.
God, this is a long way out, but boy, I'd love to see us drain one.
Kick on the way, and
that's not
it's
do it,
low.
You may as well just give him the ball.
Well, that's pretty much what
That's
you
what
did.
you just did. I
Yeah.
understand, but
Yeah. Out to midfield it goes, and off of the head of Bodie. Comes down from Munoz. Munoz to Mahat. Mahat, nice move. Got around his defender, and then we'll send one over to Borm. Borm will send one to the sideline. That is where Trey Peterson stands. Peterson trying to work the ball up into the middle of the field, trying to get it to Crowder, but left him a little bit too far on that pass. And then Edwardsville takes over, and here is Abe Gianaris. And the Edwardsville Tigers got something going on all the way over on the far side. Collinsville's got some players back, though. Into the middle it goes. Trying to pick it up there was Mahat. He got enough of a leg on it that it disrupted the ball for a moment. Kahawks bring it up. Here is Chrisman. Chrisman will send it over this way for Munoz. Munoz, he'll send the ball up. That's a long way to run for Reiniger, and he won't get there first as Ben Liardi does. Now over here to this near side, goes out of bounds, and a throw-in coming up here for Garofalo.
That ball should not be out of their zone in two-touch like that, especially when they weren't intentionally trying to target a player.
Edwardsville gets a hold of it after it knocks off of Chrisman's body, and back out toward midfield it goes. Here is Bodie. Bodie will send it up to Peterson. Peterson will go chase it down on that sideline and then send one up the sideline, and there is no one there to help him out. So it rolls to Chitwood, and he'll come out and take care of it. Send us back to action here as we have less than a minute to go before we reach the halfway point of this second half.
It's a tough ball.
Had a lot of leg on that one.
Yeah, he did.
Here is Borm. He'll just send it up, and it'll go into the Edwardsville bench. Axton comes back into the game after serving his time with the yellow card. And the ball thrown back in, and
too easy
to Tyler Dacus.
Nobody's there.
Dacus will send the ball up into the box, and trying to track it down is Brickman, and he does so on the right wing, but holding his own over there is Munoz. He gets around Munoz, sends one in front, blocked out, loose ball, picked up, and it's in.
An own goal.
That was off of Borm. A lot of bodies floating around in front of that crease. And you knew with that bouncing ball going all over the place, it's bound to hit off of somebody, and it did.
Nobody's hungry enough back there to get that ball out.
We are tied 1-1. So an own goal scored here by Collinsville has tied things up 1-1. And now it's anybody's game for the taking here over the next 20 minutes. Who wants it bad enough? Kahawks having a hard time after they scored that first goal to get any kind of momentum going on. We're halfway through. Half number 2. Ball comes in from the far side and makes it all the way out to midfield, where it's going to be picked up there by Munoz. He'll send it back to the defense in Garofalo. Garofalo back out to midfield in Bodie. Bodie turns with it. I don't know, for a minute there, I didn't think he had enough juice to get it over there to Borm.
Right.
And now people are getting pushed from behind a lot in this game.
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Back over to Garofalo and back over to Compton now. Compton, he'll move forward, head up. Sends one under the circle and then out for Reiniger. Reiniger has a couple of defenders to beat, and he can't do it. It's asking a lot for him to try to beat 2 defenders every time. Here is Axton with it for Edwardsville. He'll send the ball up to that far side sideline. And McGinnis sends it in front of his bench, gets it right back. Picked up by Collinsville, and the Kahawks trying to move that ball forward for some offensive push. They have not had a lot here in this second half.
No, Edwardsville's done a really good job of limiting Collinsville entering that offensive third.
Back and forth at midfield we go for a minute. Ball comes down and finds Bodie. Over to Borm. Sends it back over to Compton. Compton pushes one up for Borm, or excuse me, for Bodie. Up the sideline, no one there.
We've not been able to spring Trey Peterson very much in this game on that right-hand side, and we've not been able to find Adam Reiniger too much on this left side.
$17:45 left to play here in this second half. Throw in from Edwardsville. Down, rolls. Mahat has it. Little back kick. Sends it to, oh man. Sent to the right person in Reiniger, and Reiniger tried to do the same thing over to Chrisman, but he misplaced it. And that ball ends up going out of bounds. Now Peterson with the throw in, and he tries to get it over Chrisman's head, and sometimes that's easier said than done.
Come on, Juan, you got a battle here.
And now bodies falling down everywhere, and Bodie tangled up with one of the Edwardsville players, goes against Collinsville. A free kick coming up here for the Tigers. They instead take the free pass instead of the free kick and come up looking for a little bit more of an offensive push. Comes out to Axum. He'll come over here on this right wing. Gets past Munoz, trying to get past Garofalo. He does so on the end line. Sends one up, a header over the net. Brett Borm on the ground now in front of his goal. He'll get up after he had a little bit of a collision there in midair. Seems to be okay. 16 and a half minutes to go here in the second half. 1-1 contest between Collinsville and Edwardsville. Nick Horace ready to send us back to action. Out to midfield and down for Bodie. He'll send the ball over here to this near side. He was trying to find Munoz, but got a little bit too much juice on that ball, and it ends up going out of bounds. So another throw-in coming up here for Edwardsville. Garofalo gets a foot on it.
Good job, Compton. Way to anticipate.
Into the middle. Doria trying to track it down, but he's getting all kinds of resistance from Gianaris. Back out to the middle we go, and Axton. Now it's poked back into the Collinsville defensive zone, but there's Compton back there waiting for it. Sends it over to Garofalo. Garofalo on the sideline will send it back to Dane. And Compton sends it up to Bodie. Back over this way for Mahat. Mahat, he'll send it up to Chrisman. Chrisman. Yep, I think he was trying to deflect it off of his foot over here to Reiniger and just got it off the wrong part of the foot. That was a little hold there as Peterson was in the right spot, but he was held back and couldn't catch up with that ball.
Yeah, I saw that.
Munoz will go out, and Suarez will come in. Garofalo ready to throw this one in. He'll do so back to the defense in Compton. Compton sends it over to Borm.
Evan Moore is so fast, putting him under pressure, causing an error like that.
Yeah. Made him rush that decision.
Rush it.
Yeah.
Edwardsville's taking Trey Peterson, the outlet pass, away from him, too.
Borm will have to go chase this one down, and he'll send the ball back out to midfield. And then it's off of Edwardsville body and out of bounds. Collinsville will have a throw in. Reiniger doesn't waste any time trying to spring Chrisman up the sideline. Ball goes up the sideline. Chrisman in a foot race with his defender, but the defender wins. Edwardsville sends it back up to Axton. Edwardsville push the ball forward. They have it at midfield. They'll send it over here to this side for Gianaris. Or excuse me, that is not Gianaris. That is Girick. Girick sends the ball back to Dacus, and back up front we go. Dacus trying to spring Axton, and Collinsville was there defensively to take care of that ball. Here is Mahat. He'll send it back over to Borm, and Borm will just tap the ball over to Horace. Horace will get us back to action. 13:50 left to play here in this second half. 1-1 contest. Over to Borm. Borm up the sideline, sent right back to where it came from. Bodie trying to check in. He can't get past Axton. And now a little tussle over there between him and Moore. And then back to Axton. Up the sideline. Couple of defenders there. And
good double team.
I think Borm had his foot held.
Totally.
He was trying to strike the ball, and the foot it wasn't there.
Yep, right in front of Joe Hayden, too.
Yeah. There is Reiniger trying to sneak in, but Sam Reeder had other ideas. And now we have another foul called against Collinsville, so it's going to be a free kick for the Tigers, but it's going to be from about 80 yards out.
We got to win those balls.
Forgot to start my clock.
Tyler Dacus cannot come from behind between two players and win that second ball.
I knew somebody would chime in. When I forget something, that's when people chime in, right? I forgot to start the clock. We'll wait for it to get down to 12:06, and then I'll hit start. Right now it's at 12:30, so we got a few seconds to wait here. And meanwhile, Collinsville still trying to figure things out offensively. They've been playing a lot of defense tonight. And
playing defense this entire second half.
yeah. Into the box it goes. Down to the front it goes. Garofalo, he'll take over. Kahawks trying to bring it up. Out to midfield, off of Reiniger and on to Doria. Doria coming up the sideline. Doesn't have that world-class speed that Reiniger has. And everybody caught up to him, and it comes out to the midfielders, and trying to chase it down is Mahat. He gets ran into by Gianaris. Mahat still traveling a lot of distance and still hasn't made contact with that ball, and now the Kahawk player gets taken down, and well, now we have a whistle, and it's going to go against Collinsville again. Throw in, a free kick coming from the far side sideline. Clock stop, so somebody can tie their shoe.
Doing my best to keep my mouth shut tonight on.
Well, you have a microphone. That doesn't help me out much. Bounces, and Horace picks it up. And he'll get us back to action here. Popped straight up, didn't have a lot of distance on it. Comes down, and a call against Edwardsville. Peterson. He'll wait, and Compton will take care of this kick from midfield. He'll just send it up the line to Peterson. Peterson cuts across the middle, still with it. Oh, just got a little bit too much on that pass. Edwardsville picked it off, and they worked themselves back up. There is Bodie trying to chase down the ball handler, and a more centering pass does not find him. On the cross, coming in there was Lane. Throw in comes down for Axton. And there you go, Doria off of his chest. He'll bring it upfield. He's got Reiniger over here on the left wing. Reiniger with that speed. He'll come around and he'll have a shot on goal. And it's in. Reiniger breaks the tie. 2-1 Collinsville.
That play absolutely made by Juan Carlos Doria.
You aren't kidding there.
Juan Carlos gets the ball about the 30-yard line, dribbles about 20 yards, feeds Adam Reiniger through. Adam, nice touch inside, buries the ball back post.
Kahawks get that goal back, and a beautiful goal it was. And you were right, man. Doria, he did the right thing.
Yep.
He doesn't have that speed.
He does.
So
no.
once he got that ball back on his chest, he brought it up, and he saw out of the corner of his eye, Reiniger was coming up that sideline quick.
Yeah, Juan Carlos did a great job just waiting, finding the touch.
So now we have 10 minutes left to go.
By number 4, Adam Reiniger.
Reiniger with his 12th.
Time of the goal, 69-50, Reiniger.
Great double team by Borm and Bodie over there to clear that ball. Just not far enough.
You know, no one feels better about that goal than your son.
Oh, for sure.
And you.
Right. Yeah. He's going to go home beating himself up over that one.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
Yeah. And it was just a deflection.
Oh, yeah,
it was just,
I know.
Still.
Yeah, he didn't make a movement. He just hit off of him and went in.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing you can do about those sometimes. Here is Bodie. Bodie will send it over to the far side, and Collinsville will send it back up to midfield. Bounces around for a little while. Mahat trying to track it down. He couldn't get there as the ball had that spin going on, and it went the other direction. So Edwardsville now back trying to get in attack mode once again as Garofalo sends that one back up to the midfielders. Here is Mahat. He gets pressured from behind by Axton. He'll send the ball over everybody's head and out of bounds. He had Reiniger in the right spot, but just a little bit too much on that pass.
I couldn't tell. Adam might have been a step or two offside.
Yeah, it kind of looked like it, but
Yeah. I'd like to see Collinsville pick up the intensity for 9 minutes.
Yep.
9 minutes. Start making Edwardsville make errors like that.
Up the line it goes. Crowder trying to track it down. Luckily, that ball didn't have any spin on it and it stayed in play.
Get it off your foot, Jimmy.
And Crowder will send it all the way back here to Garofalo. Garofalo sends it over here to Doria. Doria with a heads-up pass to Reiniger. Allowed Adam to score his 12th and team-leading goal of the year. Kahok will play some keep away for a while.
They're going to force errors, or try to force errors.
There's Garofalo. It's Collinsville in a little triangle here between Garofalo and Bodie and Compton. Now they'll let Borm in on the action. Did Bodie just fall down or did he get taken down?
I couldn't tell. It was just
all of a sudden.
A man laying on the ground.
Yeah, here's Collinsville again, and here is Crowder.
Right idea.
Yeah.
I know he was trying to feed Juan through.
Went right through a couple of defenders as well. If he would have been in the right spot, boy, he could have been off to the races.
Yeah.
That ball sent back out to midfield. Down. Munoz gets it past the defenders over to Trey Peterson. Peterson with that speed. He can work it. He does so to Reiniger. Reiniger steps around his defender, and that was just enough time that Zach Chitwood needed to come out and take care of that ball himself.
We got to get a man to the ball. Get a man to the ball quick, boys.
Out to midfield we go. Into the Edwardsville offensive zone. They're trying to get some pressure on the Kahawks defense here. Garrett sends it all the way over to the far side. It's popped into the front of the box.
Yes.
And there is Horace, who comes out of his 6-yard box to take care of that one. And we are just under 7 minutes to go here in this second half. 2-0 in favor of Collinsville. Mahat and Reiniger have scored the goals here tonight. Over here to the near side. That is Garrick. He loses the ball. Here is Mahat. Mahat sends one up, trying to spring Reiniger again over here on this left wing. Reiniger will slow things down, lift his head up, and he knows what's at stake here. He's just got to waste time, and if Collinsville has an opportunity to score, of course they will take it, but right now they want to play defense and keep Edwardsville from getting a hold of the ball. Over here to Garofalo. Garofalo sends it up to Mahat. Mahat looks, sends it into the middle where it's picked up there. Now Munoz will take it after his defender ran into one of his own teammates and fell down. Over to Trey Peterson. Peterson, he's coming in from the right wing. He's got some speed. He puts a shot on goal, and it goes too high.
I like it. It's all right. That was great ball movement, chewing some time off the clock.
We're under 6 minutes to go. Edwardsville makes a couple of changes. Chrisman comes back in for Collinsville.
That was a good shift by Juan Carlos.
Yeah, Doria goes out. 5:45 left to play here in this second half. Collinsville with a 2-1 lead.
Wide open in the middle again there, Todd.
Yep.
We cannot let that can't happen.
There is Compton. He'll just send the ball back to Horace, and Horace will put a leg into it and send that ball flying, man. Got about 70 yards on that kick.
It's all right.
So Chitwood, he'll come up with it and see if he can send it back out that far, and he'll do almost that far, but not quite. Still a good kick, about 60 yards or so. Deep. Ball comes down. Bodie, he'll take care of it. Sends it up to Peterson. Peterson sends it up to Crowder. Crowder back to Peterson at midfield. And then off of Peterson. And now Edwardsville comes away with it. And Borm, he'll send it back over into the offensive zone where it's going to get past everyone. That's a nice kick. I'll tell you what, that goal at a fire under Collinsville, they have played inspired since that goal.
Like it, yeah. They were really stale, Todd, in the second half. Yes, Landon.
It was a nice play right at the midfield circle. Now it's going over everyone's head, and
we'll take
Edwardsville will kick it out of bounds. Collinsville will throw it in. It'll be Chrisman here at midfield. They're going to give it up to Garofalo. And what?
He's stopping the clock because he thinks Collinsville is stalling. Oh, Joe.
Back to action. That ball is in the Collinsville offensive zone. Popped up, and Crowder.
Let that go out, Jimmy.
Rolls off the edge of his back.
There you go. It's us. Yeah. That was clearly a corner kick. I don't know what Edwardsville's thinking. At this point, There's no reason to hurry.
They probably won't kick it either. They'll probably just pass it. All the way back to the defense.
I would like to see them put one in there.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Oh, that was a
nice save by Chitwood.
Nice save by Chitwood. Comes out there flying with the hands. Reiniger trying to track it down after the rebound. And that ball goes over toward the sideline, but it never did go out of bounds. And now here comes Edwardsville. Axton, he sends it over here to this near sideline. Collinsville's defenders trying to get back here. And here comes Dacus. Dacus will send it over into the midfielders area. And there is a great play by Trey Peterson. Borm sends it up.
Not out.
Not very far, though. I don't know if he mishit that one or
I'm not sure.
That ball had some spin on it or something. That one's put into the box, and Horace will come out and take care of it before anyone can get there. 3:15 left to play here in the second half. Collinsville up 2-1, looking to stay undefeated in the Southwestern Conference and improve their overall mark to 9-1-1. Edwardsville trying to battle back. They already have 9 wins. They're trying to pick up win number 10. Collinsville trying to prevent that. Here's Garofalo with a nice heads-up play. Over to Mahat. Mahat over to Bodie. To Chrisman, and Garofalo just got that foot down there just in time. Now Reiniger with it at midfield. Reiniger will send it back to Mahat. Mahat sends it up to Reiniger, but mishit it. A little too much juice on that pass.
I got all kinds of bugs flying.
I'm telling you, man, they're all over the place up here, aren't they?
It's a green stink bug, or
I got a stink bug hanging out here with me up by the windowsill. He's been there the whole time. Tyler Dacus just took out Adam Reiniger.
And he look, he does, what'd I do? What'd I do?
What, is he telling him to pull the card? Is he making a motion to pull the card? Like daring him to pull it or something.
Kid talks too much. I literally think he talks way too much.
At midfield, Garofalo will send the ball right to the front of the box, and it comes down for Crowder. And then a shot toward the goal. That's going to go wide. And with 1:50 left to play, goal kick restart coming up here from Zach Chitwood.
Shouldn't that clock be stopped on a sub?
I don't know.
Under 2 minutes?
I don't know. Chitwood sends it back out to midfield, rolls off of a head and down, and it comes onto the feet of Evan Moore. Moore trying to send it up here for Brickman. Brickman gets a hold of it, trying to get around Compton. He couldn't do it. Compton, oh boy, what a play. Compton held his own ground in that ball. That's a great play, but then a great giveaway as well, but Collinsville sticks with it. Here is Bodie, and that is going to go off of Axton. It's going to take a spin and stay in. Both players go down, and now we're going to have a call against Axton. Collinsville will get the ball back.
We'll take that, and this is going to just eat time off the clock.
Yep. Less than a minute to go. Collinsville will have a free kick here from just outside the box. And it'll be taken here by Sam Garofalo. Garofalo sends a low shot back down up the line and off of Crispin's leg and out of bounds. So a throw-in coming up here for Edwardsville. And here is Tyler Dacus. Dacus, he'll throw the ball into the middle. And it is punched out of there by Collinsville. Rolls all the way back out toward midfield. 25 seconds left to go. Here is Collinsville trying to get it back. They will. They'll send it into the defensive zone. And that ball will roll toward the sideline and go out of bounds. A throw-in coming up here from Ben Liardi. And Liardi throws it in with about 10 seconds left to go here in this second half. It bounces off a player up front, rolls down in front of the box. Compton kicks it out of the way, and then it comes down. Munoz trying to get there. He can't. And then Garofalo sends it the wrong way. And then, just as time was running out, that ball gets shoved onto the sideline. Boy, oh boy, what a game, what a finish, and what a win for Collinsville as they win 2-1 and improve their overall record to 9-1-1, and they remain spotless in the conference at 6-0. Is everything you want it to be, isn't it there, Mr. Bourne?
Oh, man, you know what? I could use a little bit less stress there, especially with, the own goal and whatnot. But after Collinsville got that second goal, I feel like the intensity increased. They came back to life, and were able to just, you know what? They did what they had to do to get the W. And that's all I can say.
They did, and now that own goal means absolutely nothing, and you and your child can rest well tonight.
There you go.
All right, man. We will see you, I guess, not next week because they're on the road in a St. Louis tournament all next week, so it'll be a couple weeks before we see each other, man.
We'll see you, buddy.
All right, that is Brett Bourne. We thank him very much for his participation. We also thank Kevin Vanderven for taking care of the camera for us tonight. We are into the post-game show, brought to you tonight by Cafe Agape in Collinsville, home of the Kahok chicken sandwich. I hope you were able to enjoy the offering that the Cafe Agape folks had there at the Italian Fest. That was a scrumptious chicken parmesan sandwich with a little cheese and some sauce and some chicken and some bread, and that was good. They're still trying to work on some staffing for the restaurant to get it back open, but right now Cafe Agape is still offering catering, so you need to give them a call if you have some big or small gathering coming up that you want catered. 345 Cafe is how you do that. That is 618-345-2233. Final score here tonight, 2-1 in favor of Collinsville, and we'll be back to wrap things up here and talk things over with our post-game coach when she makes her way up to the box, and we'll do that here in just a minute on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345 Cafe. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345 Cafe. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Cafe Agape post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville wins this one here tonight on the varsity side by a score of 2-1. Joining us now on the post-game interview is Sydney Carroll. She is one of the assistants here on the varsity level, but she's also the head coach of the freshman team. And that, my dear, is where we will start. How are the freshman Kahawks looking
They're looking okay. I got a good group of kids. I have a lot more than I had last year. Last year I had 11 freshmen. This year I have 23 rostered.
Wow.
They look good. They're learning. We played the turning point for us so far this season. We played CBC last weekend. I had none of my JV players with me, so it was just like the freshmen who play freshmen, and they stepped up huge. We only lose 2-0, but like they bought in. They went all for it. And they played really well. So we're sitting at 4-3-2, I believe. So
well, it's kind of like the JV team is 4-4-2. So
yep.
you guys are
We're
hanging out
close.
with them.
Yes, sir.
All right, who are we keeping an eye on? Who's the future Kahok we're going to look at?
Ooh, that's a tough one. We got a lot of good, solid players who play up with Jeff on the JV level. Jake McIntyre's one. He scores some goals. Ty Starko plays either in the midfield. Sometimes he'll play out wide. Sometimes he'll play up top. He's good at controlling the ball in the midfield. Any of the ones that play up with Jeff will be beneficial to us moving forward as a program. So,
do you have a freshman goalkeeper?
I do. Brody Braunbauer. He is. I technically have two, but Brody is my starting goalkeeper right now. My other one has been sick, so he hasn't been in practice for a while. But Brody has stepped up huge. He actually just got called up to play JV a couple games when Nick Horace was hurt. Robbie steps up to play varsity. Brody steps up to play JV, and he did really well. I think he let in like 1, maybe 2 goals in the 3 or 4 games he's played. He's done really well. He stepped up and he listens to Coach Nedzwicki and anything and everything he says. He's like, whatever you got from me, I'll listen. I'm going to adjust my game to it. So all you can ask for as a player.
Nice. Like to hear good things happening with the future of the program. It's in good hands. All right, let's talk about this varsity game for a minute, man. That was a game to behold. There looked like after Collinsville went up 1-0 on the goal by Mahat, it looked like we went into a defensive mode where we just didn't want to allow anything again. And for the most part, you did there. But then it looked like for a while that you were playing in quicksand.
So the defensive aspect was definitely not on purpose. That was more the boys. We were looking to go forward. We've got a great attack out of Adam Reiniger, out of Trey Peterson when he can get forward, out of our midfield, and they just sat back and refused to make runs. We talked about it at halftime. We're looking to come out and make runs. Almost like running in quicksand. They're slow to everything. We're losing 50-50 balls. Coach Lukey said at halftime, like, I don't even care if they outpass you. They don't outwork you. And that's exactly what happened for that stint of time. They just outworked us to everything.
Yeah.
So that's got to change if we're going to make the run that we're looking to make come postseason. So.
Yeah, and then unfortunately the own goal happened down here, and that's just one of those misfortunate bounces when you've got so many bodies in front of the goal and the ball is bouncing off all of them. 8 times out of 10 it's probably going to go in off somebody.
Yeah, you're looking for composure in the box. You look for it offensively, but you also have to have it defensively, whether that be Nick coming out to get it if he can, whether that be Dane or Sam or Borum or whoever's in the box, to have a calm mindset to just come in and clear it. And they went into panic mode. Couldn't find the ball, couldn't get it on the ground, couldn't get a foot to it. If we did, it went the complete opposite direction. It's an unfortunate goal.
Yeah.
But it happens because we're panicked instead of playing the way we know how to play.
And the one time that Horace was challenged, it was down here in the first half, and what a nice dive out to his left, and he just got fingertips on it.
Yeah, Nick's done a really good job in the back. We're looking for him to step up a little bit more in communication-wise. He hasn't played soccer, obviously, in a while. But he's doing a great job for that. We're looking for him to be a leader out of the back, looking to talk to the backs, looking for him to distribute well and play with confidence. So that's what we're looking out for him.
Well, we had a really good view up here of the game-winning goal because everything took place right over here on this sideline.
Okay.
A nice steal by Doria.
Yep.
Bounce off his chest, down onto his feet. He put his head up. He saw Adam Reiniger out of his peripheral vision over here on the left, connected with him on that sideline pass, and, man, I tell you what, he just made the rest look easy.
Adam is the definition of a goal scorer. Speaking as, I played forward in high school, there's very few left, and he's one of them. He finds a way to score goals. He puts himself in the right positions. He's got great technique. He's confident when he shoots. And that's all you can ask for him. He'd been a little quiet during the game, trying to find his feet. We were struggling to find his feet to let him run at people. But, again, it's moments like that he goes and finds the back of the net. Carlos did a great job down here. He's been one that we're pushing, like, we need you on the field. His confidence is what we're working on. Can we build up his confidence? And that's a great moment for him to get the assist on Adam's goal.
Yeah, I'm sure you got a lot of pats on the back after that one. All right, thank you very much, my dear.
No problem.
Appreciate it. Good luck to you and your freshman team as you continue.
Thank you, sir.
And that's going to do it for us here on the Cafe Agape post-game show. Final score here tonight, 2-1. So congratulations to the Kahawks. They improve their overall record to 9-1-1 on the year. They are 6-0 in conference play. They hand Edwardsville their 4th loss of the year. So Edwardsville is now 9-4-1. And the Tigers are now 3-3 in conference play. And the Edwardsville Tigers will head to Alton on Thursday, while Collinsville will also play on Thursday, but they'll do it right here on this field as Belleville West comes into town. Our next broadcast is coming to you Thursday from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Lady Kahok volleyball action is due to head your way as Collinsville takes on Belleville East. That's, again, a late start. That is homecoming parade day. So normally the JV team hits the court at 4:30, but that's the start time of the parade, so everything's been pushed back an hour and a half. So the JVers will play at 6 o'clock, and the varsity team will play after that junior varsity set is over with, somewhere around 7:15, somewhere around there, I'm guessing. So we'll be on the air sometime before that. So a big thank you to all involved, Coach Luggie in the pregame show, Coach Carroll in the postgame show. Big thank you to Brett Borm on the other microphone, Chris Kettler getting us our halftime scores, and a big thank you to Kevin Vanderven for taking care of the camera since the huddle camera decided not to work once again. My name is Todd Duke, and glad you spent some of your steamy Tuesday night with us. And until Thursday evening, everyone, enjoy the rest of this evening.